Now at 11, a big rig wrecks and then bursts into a ball of fire right in the heart of Charleston. The driver of that truck surviving thanks to the help of some good Samaritans. It all happened right there in an extremely busy section of the interstate where I-64 East and I-77 South merge right near exit 100, which takes you right to the Clay Center. Traffic backed up for miles in several directions for hours. Traffic still slow moving right now as we take a live look at the West Virginia 511 maps.
Now, the areas here in red are the areas that are still slow moving tonight, just at a standstill, though, earlier today for several hours, backed up for miles. Eyewitness News anchor Stefano DiPietrantonio was the only reporter on the deck as firefighters knocked down that fiery mess. He's live now with how two good Samaritans helped pull the driver of that truck to safety. Steph?
Hey there, Callie and Rick. Well, we are live once again back up here on the deck, and the good news is traffic is moving rather slowly. Still some backups. There is one lane as we swing around open here, just one lane eastbound right now. So I would imagine there are still some backups all the way back to Dunbar right now as traffic slowly makes their way through. Take a look at this right here. They just wrapped up seconds ago this 75-ton wrecker right now. You can see on the back of this flatbed what's left of the load of steel casings that this truck driver was hauling earlier today. Lost control once a rear tire split and then slammed against the barrier wall. But some real heroes tonight, Caitlin Eagle and Kevin Hodge of Montgomery, they really had seconds to act. They were just right behind this truck when it flipped over, and they only had seconds to pull them out before the entire cab went up in a fiery mess. This cell phone video shows the fiery explosion on I-64 around 6:30 Thursday night.
Oh man, I was hoping he was all right.
Holy crap, it was probably the scariest moment of my life.
Caitlin Eagle and Kevin Hodge were right behind the truck.
My girlfriend and I were coming home from the mall, and we was coming around the curve behind us here.
The tractor trailer part started coming up off of the truck that flipped.
So look, he's about to wreck.
And he got out and kicked the windshield out.
I ran up, he was trying to get out and he couldn't get out, so I got running and kicked it. I broke the glass open, and when he started climbing out, I grabbed his hand and pulled him out.
The fire so hot
and melted parts of the truck into the roadway.
The culprit appears to be this blown out rear tire, which caused the driver's load of steel to shift, slamming him into the barrier wall, which acted like a giant can opener.
Like a knife, and cut the whole trailer, the center of it.
And also sliced the fuel tank open, which gave way to all that fire.
The guys did a really good job getting it knocked down pretty quick, but it was pretty bad when we arrived.
Charleston Fire Assistant Chief Alan Crago says he's impressed by what Eagle and Hodge did.
People will drive by and take pictures, but not very few people will actually stop and help out.
This guy is lucky. He had a couple of angels on his side.
He was very lucky, very lucky.
The driver, luckier still, another good Samaritan, is a nurse at CAMC who patched the driver's leg up, his only injury until the ambulance got there.
It could have been a lot worse with the amount of traffic this time of evening coming through here.
Boy, it sure could have been, and right now, here's the story. The heavy lifting is done. The truck's already pulled away. You can see what's left of the trailer laying right there. All they've got to do now that the steel load's been taken away, is just flip this thing back up on its side and get it towed away. They're one lane open right now. They're expecting the entire interstate to reopen by midnight or so. Now, tomorrow morning after your commute, by about 9:30, they tell me they're going to shut down this lane once again when they have daylight to try and clean up some of the places where that metal actually melted to the highway. Other than that, things should be smooth sailing past midnight tonight. Stefano DiPietrantonio, Eyewitness News.